What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another mock draft. Today, we're going to be doing the 109 in a 10-man league. If you guys are new here, we're going through every single draft pick in 10-man and 12-man fantasy leagues to ensure we have the best strategy possible going into the draft. The 109 is a really interesting one. This is one where you really got to be dialed in on the numbers you're picking at. And again, all of those are on my free fantasy spreadsheet for you guys. All you have to do is click the link in the description. We have pick 9 here, and you can see like it's a little bit of a hybrid. There's no set strategy here. You really got to be wary of where you're picking and the guys who are on the board. Again, guys, I now have dynasty rankings on this sheet. I have positional rankings. I have overall draft rankings. Again, click the link in the description to get it. Another resource we've been using a lot is these ADPs, especially the sleeper ADPs for these players. Again, you say you pick 9 and 12. All right, who's going at 9? Who's going at 12? But without further ado, let's get into this draft. So, again, we're going to be picking from the 109. And here, unless receivers absolutely fly off the board in the first 8 picks, which they don't, you go receiver here, ideally. And I'm going to go Diggs with my first round pick, and coming back around, we'll go CeeDee Lamb. That's the 2 receivers I've been getting. I absolutely love that. Now, coming back around in the 3rd round is where we really have to be dialed in, because if Mark Andrews is there for you in the 3rd round, that is a player that you can take and you can pivot your strategy a little bit. We'll see if he is available for us, but if not, we really should be looking running back here. Okay, Mark Andrews goes because the 3rd round running backs, especially at their value, are unbelievable. So we're going to take Ramondre Stevenson here as our running back, and then we're going to get our flex here. We could go Devontae Smith. We could go another running back here, but generally speaking, the value of these receivers right here is pretty good. So we're going to go Devontae Smith. These are our first 4 picks. It's pretty solid. Coming back at 5 and 6, I have found that unless a TJ Hawkinson or a George Kittle falls to you, waiting for a tight end is the way to go. You get your quarterback, assuming there's a good one available, and you get your RB2. Thinking now, though, TJ Hawkinson is available for us. So, again, kind of a no-brainer there for us. We take TJ Hawkinson. And now we kind of have to decide between running back 2 and quarterback. For me, I'm okay waiting a little bit for quarterback. I think taking a swing at these running backs who we're a bit more confident in is a better idea than, taking a guy like Trevor Lawrence, where you can wait a round or 2 and possibly get Dak or Deshaun. I think that's totally fine, especially in a 10-man league. So we're going to go Dameon Pierce as our running back 2 here. Honestly, a pretty good start for us. Thinking about quarterbacks, hopefully we get a Lawrence, but if we don't, I am totally fine taking Dak or Deshaun. We will see who's on the board for us. Okay, Lawrence goes. We're going to be able to get Dak or Deshaun. I'm going to go Deshaun Watson here. Actually, let me think here. He already has his quarterback, right? So we can go best player on the board before we go pick at the turn again. I'm definitely going to go Cam Akers as my RB3 here. He's not going to take a quarterback, obviously, and we go Deshaun Watson and get our starting quarterback. This is a really good start so far. Again, we went Diggs, Lamb, Ramondre, Devontae Smith. Somehow Hawkinson fell to us at 49. That doesn't happen very often. 6th round, we go Dameon Pierce to get our RB2. We get our RB3, and then we go quarterback. So right now, I'm in a spot where I'm moderately confident in the running back position, so we can afford to go best player on the board. To be honest with you, I don't love a lot of these players on the board. I think James Cook has the best upside, so we can take an upside-oriented running back here. But with my 4th receiver pick, I'm definitely going to take Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, another guy who's a lot of upside. Dennis Allen said yesterday in his presser that he's fully healthy. He's 100%. He's expected to be first team full go. Like, Michael Thomas is going to demand a lot of targets on that offense. So right now, we're in a position where we have 4 receivers, 4 tight ends, a quarterback who we're moderately confident in, and that tight end who we are confident. So I think the prioritization of backup players should kind of start with quarterback. Looking at some of the receivers here, I think Zay Flowers has a lot of upside. I'm going to take Devon Achane, though, just because of his upside in that Miami's offense. And then we can go and look at receivers again here. The receiver who I really want to take here is Jameson Williams. I'm okay waiting for Greg Dulcich as a backup tight end, looking at backup quarterbacks in a 10-man league. Geno, Daniel Jones, Jared Goff, they've been here for me in round 13 in the past. So we are going to go with Jameson Williams. Guys, Jameson Williams would be an 8th and 9th round pick if he wasn't suspended. So if you're in a 10-man league, you're getting him in round 12, or you're in a 12-man league, you're getting him in 10 or 11. It's really good value, especially, you look at your receivers here. None of these guys have buys before week 6. So none of these guys will be on bye when Jameson Williams is suspended. Another plus for us. So now, 13th round, we go backup tight end, we go backup quarterback. I'm going to secure Jared Goff. I'm not even going to risk that. I can live with the backup tight end. Yeah, I figured one of those guys would go. I'll live with Higbee as our backup tight end, especially because we're more confident in Hawkinson. But honestly, this has been a pretty good draft so far. we are going to pick again at 15-9 and 16-2. This is where we go defense and kicker. Again, guys, for defenses, you can draft for week one. You can draft for season long. To me, the Ravens, I'm pretty sure they play the Texans week one, is a good pick as well as a season long pick. Then our kicker, you take somebody in a high powered offense. I'll go Jason Myers here, but this is our draft. This is a really good draft. So we started out with Stefon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb. This is kind of a hybrid strategy from the 109. We take those two guys. Third round, the running back value is really good. Guys I've had in the third round, Ramondre, I've had Najee fall to me. Let's see, who else have I taken? I've had Breece Hall fall to me, never had Pollard fall to me, but those guys as your running back one, very, very good value. And then you build the rest of your roster. Fourth round, we go Devontae Smith. Fifth round, we go TJ Hawkinson. After that, sixth round, we're at a spot where we can reach for Trevor Lawrence a little bit, but in a 10-man league, it's not that big of a deal. We don't need to. We understand that the top 10 quarterbacks, you're going to get one of them. Unless somebody in your league doubles up on quarterback, which doesn't happen very often. So we take Dameon Pierce, a confident RB2, and we get Deshaun Watson. Then building our bench, we get Cam Akers as our RB3, James Cook as our RB4, Michael Thomas as our wide receiver 4, Devon Achane as our running back 5, Jamison Williams as our receiver 5, Jared Goff as our backup quarterback to Deshaun Watson, and Tyler Higbee as our backup tight end to TJ Hawkinson. Overall, guys, I'd probably give this draft like a 7-3, 7-4 out of 10. Pretty good. I don't think it's the best mock I've ever done in my life, but if I drafted this going into week one, I'd be extremely confident. I think the hybrid type, quote unquote, strategy from the 9th overall pick is really good. I've tried the 0 RB method. It hasn't been great. I've tried the hero RB method. It hasn't been great. This hybrid is the way to go, in my opinion. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you check out the other mocks I've already done. Again, 10-man mocks are going to keep coming out this week or so. 12-man mocks the week after. Leave a comment with what pick you guys want me to draft from next. I appreciate you guys joining. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and God bless.